Good morning, boys. Today we will see the chapter number 10, which is the last chapter in 12th standard business mathematics. After that, we will go to the revision. Clear. After clearing your doubts, I can go for some of the boys are asking the doubts in 4th chapter. So, what are the chapter that you will feel very difficulty? That those chapter will be revised clear during the YouTube classes. And now that chapter number 10 stands for operations research. This is mainly used in so many industries, a modern technique to find out whether our business is in proper way or it's not in proper way. And this is very useful in the transportations program. Transportations. Transport is the way that there are so many government transport, there are so many transport companies are there in Tamil Nadu as well as in other state, even it is taken by the government sectors. So, they want to minimize the transport cost and maximize the profit. So, when the bus is starting from one place to another place, they will see the how many places should be covered by this particular bus and what is the income. Clear? So, if it is 1-to-1 from Salem to Coimbatore, you will get more profit. Then it is go Salem, Erode, Avinash and Perundurai. Clear? That you will get that same amount, even if you get more than the amount than 1-to-1, but they see the fuel consumption and the maintaining cost will be reduced when you compare with via Erode, Avinash and Perundurai to reach Coimbatore from Salem. Clear? So to see these type of situations, how to solve, how to get the maximize the profit and how to run the transport comes under operation research. That's what we are studying here now. There are three methods. There are so many methods is there for solving the transportation method. It is solving is feasible solutions. Clear? So there are so many definitions are there. That is feasible solutions. You can see that feasible. You can see the definitions for feasible solution and basic feasible solution, optimal solutions, non-degenerate basic feasible solution, degeneracy feasible solutions. Clear? So, when the demand and supply, when you add the demand and supply, when both are equal, then there will be basic feasible solution exist. If it is different, then we cannot get the solution, but you have to find the solution by using some slight adjustment that is not there for your portions. Clear? Here it is given supply is equal to demand. Total of supply is equal to total of demand. Sum of the supply and sum of the total demand should be equal. In these type of problems fully is given for you. So, if you go for higher classes like MBA, then there will be a problems that supply is not equal to demand. In such a case, we have some other method you can learn in higher classes. Clear? Now, you are given only the demand is equal to supply. Based on that, we have three methods to solve the transportation method, that is to get the basic feasible solution. One is north-west, another one is least cost method, third one is Workers approximation method. So, these three methods are very basic concept. Clear? If you go to the BCom or BBA and higher classes, you might study more than this advanced technique in the same concept. So, here you are going to study only three methods to solve the transportation problems. One is north-west method, north-west corner method, north-west corner method. The first method is north-west corner method. The second one, least cost method, and third one is VAM, that is Workers approximation method. Workers approximation method. So, all these three are so simple. Clear? So, here and there some problem will come. So, that is there in the examples. So, once we completed in that exercise, if you have any doubt in the examples problem, then we will go to that examples. Clear? Now, these are three methods to solve the transportation problems. First one is north-west corner rule, that is method, least cost method, second one, and third one is VAM, that is Workers approximation method. Now, we will see the first one, north-west corner rule, that is question number 1. So, So sum number 5. So we are going to see now the first method, northwest corner. What is mean by northwest corner? You have to, so before you have to apply that northwest corner method, you have to check whether the sum of the demand should be is equal to the sum of the supplies. Clear? So when I am adding this one, I got 90, this will be also 90. So when both the demand total and supply totals are equal, therefore you have a chance of getting the solution for transportation problem, that is basic feasible solution exists. When the sums are not equal, that is total demand and total supply are not equal, then you cannot get the basic feasible solution. There we have some another one method to get the answer, but that is not in for your 12th standard portions. Clear? In 12th standard portion, it is given only the total demand is equal to total supply. Based on that, we have to solve the problem. That's all. Clear? So now, the total demand is equal to total supply. It is given very clearly 90. So now, what is mean by northwest corner method? Simple. North side is what? Up. West, left side. So northwest. If it is northwest method, you please take first element of the first row. For northwest method, you have to take first element of the first row. This is the first element of the first row. Left side. First element of the first row on the left side. North, west, that is west, left side. First element in the left side. Fine. You have to see the corresponding rows and corresponding columns. In columns, demand is 16. In supply, 19. So, out of the 16 and 19, first you have to take the first element of the left side. Then you have to see the corresponding value for supply and the demand. Out of those two, supply and demand, which one is least one? 16 is the least one. There you have to write 16. Now, 16 minus 16, this will be eliminated, 0. 19 minus 16, 3. Clear? So you have to see the corresponding rows and columns, that is the demand and supply. Which one is least one? Demand is least or supply is least? Demand is least corresponding to 5, therefore you have to write 16 over there. Subtract 16 minus 16, 0, then 19 minus 16. Subtract the least value 16 from demand as well as supply of the corresponding rows and corresponding columns. Don't subtract this 16 from some other rows, values or columns. Clear? You have to subtract the 16 corresponding to the rows as well as demand. Then which one leads 0? First column gets 0, therefore just strike it out. Use pencil, don't use pen. The elements you can use with the right pen, but when you strike it out, don't use pen, you have to use only pencil. Then, again, what is northwest? First element of the first row in the left side. This is only first element of the first row in the left side. This is also first left side. 4 is also on the left side. But what I said? First row, first element in the left side. This is the first row, first element in the left side. Don't take 7. Clear? Here it is second row. I did not say this first, second row. You have to take always first row, first element in the left side. 3. Check corresponding rows. 3. Corresponding column 18. 18, 3. Out of these two, which one is least? 3 is least one. So write over there 3 minus 3 is 0. This 3 minus, that is 18 minus 3 is 15. Strike out. Now which one gets 0? Row or column? This first row gets 0, therefore strike it out the first row. Now the elements are 7, 9, 1, 4, 7, 5. Again, first row is not there, which means this is only first row now, because this is eliminated. So first element in the first row, because this second row according to the question, but we eliminated this first row and first column. Now we have only how many rows? 2 rows. How many columns? 3 columns. So in that, which one is the first element in the first row? 7 is the first element in the first row. 7 corresponding rows and column. This is 15. 15 is least one for 15. becomes 0, cancel, you will get how much? 22. Which one you get 0? This is getting 0, therefore you strike it out this column. Again we have the elements 9, 1, 7, 5, 2 rows, 2 column. What is the first element in the first row? 9, circle it. Corresponding the values, 22 is the least one, 0. So 22 will get how much? 9. So this will be getting 0, so strike it out the row. Then we have only one row. What is the first element in the first row? 7. Corresponding value is 0, minimum is 9. Subtract, will get how much? 25, this is 0. Which one is remainder 1? 5. So if you go for the last element, you please see the corresponding value for supply and demand, both should be same. If you got an answer 25, 25, your answer is correct. Suppose if you got 30 and 25, in the final stage, your answer is wrong. Don't do that mistakes. If you got a mistake like this, please don't check in the same diagram. Just you have to strike it out. Started with the new steps, new problem. Start with the new one. Clear? Don't say, check your answer is correct or wrong, finding your mistake in the same tabular column. Go for the new tabular column and started to work on the problem from the beginning onwards. Clear? So ensure that when you replace the final, come to the final stage, that demand and supply should be same. If you got demand and supplies are different values, your answer is wrong, which means you have to start with the new tabular column. Don't check your mistakes in the same one, you never arrive the correct answer. Please strike it out, start with the new one. Now I got only 25, so 25 minus 25, 0, 0, so you have to write 25. Now solution is equal to 5 into 16, 3 into 3, 7 into 15, 9 into 22, 7 into 9, 5 into 25, you will get 580. Just you have to check your answers. Clear? We will check the answers whether we will get 580. You will get surely 580. Clear? So the answer is 580. Multiply and see, you will get answer 580. It's very simple. I will remind you for northwest, first element in the first row. See the corresponding supply and demand. Compare the demand and supply. Which one is least? There you have to write. Then subtract the least value from both the supply as well as demand. You will get either row will be get 0 or column will be get 0. If it is row will get 0, you have to strike out the rows. If the column will get 0, you have to eliminate column. So here I got 0, so I eliminate this one. So next you have to take the first element in the first row 3. The minimum value is 3. Here 18, subtract 15, write over 3. You will get 0. So just to remove the row, first row, then you will go to the first element as usual method. Clear? So just you have to eliminate, see the first element, corresponding supply and demand, find the least value, write over there, subtract the least value both from demand and supply, and ensure which row or column will get 0. If the row will get 0, just to strike it out the rows, or if it is column, you have to strike the columns, and see the remaining elements which are not struck out. Take the first element in the first row in the left side as usual procedure. Clear? Same process. Now this is called northwest corner rule. Corner means you have to take only corner value. Northwest corner rule. Now we go to the second model, that is least cost method. Least cost method. That is very, very simple. Least cost method. Sum number 6. You please take it as homework. This is just like northwest corner rule. We will go to sum number 7. That is another one method, least cost method. I am writing that only the tabular column 985. 985, supply is 25. Next one 684, 34, 35. 684, 35. 769, 40. 769, 40. So this is supply. So automatically you have demand. So demand is given 30, 25, 45. 30, 25, 45. You will get 100. When you add these two, you get 100, 100. Therefore, basic feasible solution will be exist. Sum of the supply should be is equal to sum of the demand. When both are same, then you will get basic feasible solution. Otherwise, you will not basic feasible solutions. Now, you have to apply the basic. How to find basic feasible solution? By applying the least cost method. Previous method, north-west corner method. You have to take first element in the first row, that is previous model. Now least cost. Now you can see that what is the least cost in this box for 9, 8, 5, 6, 8, 4, 7, 6, 9. Out of these 9 elements, which one is least one? 4. Just you have to circle. As you should like, see the corresponding rows, supply and demand. Corresponding rows and columns. Once you find out the least cost, circle it, then you have to see the corresponding rows and column. This is the relevant element for that cost 4, 35 and 45. You don't take 25. 25 comes in the second column, but 4 falls on third column. Second row, third column. Second row, third column, corresponding values for demand 45, supply is 35. Out of these two, corresponding row value and column. Out of these two, which one is least? 35 is the least one, so you have to write 35. 35 minus 35, 0. 45 minus 35 will give 10. So now tell me which one is getting 0, row or column? This row will get 0, therefore strike it out with the pencil. Then what are the elements are remainder in the box? 9, 8, 5, 7, 6, 9. Out of these 6 cost, which cost is less? 5 is the least one, so circle it. Again corresponding rows, column. What is the column value? 10, row value is 25. Out of these two, which one is least one? 10. So 10 subtract 15. Which one less 0? This column. So strike out this column. Now what are the cost or remainder? 9, 8, 7, 6. Out of these 4, which one is least one? 6 is the least one. Circle it. Then you have to see the corresponding rows and column 25, 40. 25 is least one. So 25 minus 25 is 0. 40 minus 25 is how much? 15. So now which one is less 0? This. So just you have to eliminate this column. Now what are the elements are remainder? 9, 7, 9. Out of these 3, which one? Sorry, 9 is not there, already is eliminated. So 9 and 7. Out of these 2, which one is least one? 7. Circle it. Corresponding values under supply, demand. 15 is the least one, right? 15. 15 minus 15, 0. 30 minus 15, 15. Now tell me which one is left? 9 is left. See the corresponding value, 15. Corresponding value under column, 15. Corresponding value for 9 in the row, 15. Whereas in the column, 15. Both are same or different? Same. If you got final answer is different, both the demand and supplies are different, your answer is wrong. Strike it out, you start with the new tabular column. Now I got 15, 15, therefore 15 minus 15, 0, 15 minus 15, 0. Now you see the data, there is no remainder other than 0 for each column as well as row. See, first column 0 remainder, 0, 0, similarly for row wise also 0, 0, 0. So ensure that after completing you never get any remainder in the column wise or row wise. If you got any remainder other than 0, your answer is wrong. Therefore, your solution is 9 into 15 plus 5 into 10 plus 4 into 35 plus 7 into 15 plus 6 into 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just you have to multiply, add, you will get answer. I will repeat how to find the least cost, how to apply the least cost method. First you have to find least cost among the cost 4. Check the corresponding rows and columns under the supply or demand, which one is least. You write over there and subtract that value from both supply as well as demand and see which one is get 0. If it is get 0, then you can eliminate rows. Then you have to find the least cost from the remaining cost. After eliminating strike out the particular row or column, find out the least cost from the demand and supply. Write over there and subtract both that least value from supply as well as demand, and which one will get 0. If it is column, you can eliminate column. If it is row, you can eliminate rows, and remaining elements, find the least cost from the remaining elements and proceed like this. Clear? And check, so finally your remainder should be always 0, both supply as well as demand. This is called least cost method. The next one, we go to the sum number 8, that is VAM method, third method, that is Hogarth's approximation method, VAM. So we have some different model least cost. Sum number 8, explain Hogarth's approximation method by applying the initial feasible solution of the following transportation problems. Now you have to apply VAM. This is a little bit, it will take little time. Be careful when you apply this method. Clear? 1, 0, 6, 1, 5, 8, 15, 9. So what is that remain? This is supply is 7, 5, 3, 2. Here 6, 1, 10. Clear? You should write everything inside the box. So actually you have to, so VAM method is something is different from others method. Clear? So north-west corner least cost is so simple than VAM method, but to get the accuracy, they are following that VAM method, that is Hogarth's approximation method. In this method, you have to find the difference between the least cost row wise as well as column wise. So what is the least cost of the first row? 2 consecutive least cost. 2 and 3 is the consecutive 2 least cost. Therefore, subtract is called penalty. Clear? 2, 3 minus 2, 1. Similarly, the next row 0 minus 1, 1. The next one 8. So don't subtract 5 and 9 because 5 and 8 are very close to each other. So consider this least cost, that is 3. Similarly, 2 and 1 is least 1. 3 minus 0, 3. 11 minus 6. Don't subtract 11 and 15. Least consider this cost 6. After 6, what is the number? 11. After 11 only 15 will come. So don't subtract 11 and 15. That is wrong. You have to subtract least cost 6 and 11, which will give you 5. Here 7 minus 9, 2. This is called penalty. Or you can write difference. Penalty. So this will take more tabular column. Now out of this penalty, you can see the penalties. So 1, 3, 5, 2. 1, 1, 3. I will tell you again, what is the least cost? 2, 3. Don't say 7, 11. Least cost is 2. What is the next least cost of 2? 3. So 3 minus 2, 1. Least cost of the second row 0. What is the next least cost? 1. 0 minus 1, 1. The least cost of this row 5. What is the next one? 8. 8 minus 5, 3. So row wise you have to find as well as column wise. 2 minus 1, 1. 0 minus 3, 3. 11 minus 6, 5. 7 minus 1. Here you see I made a mistake. 7 minus 1 how much? 6. I subtract 7 and 9. Normally you people are made mistake. 7, that is consider list number 7 and 9. But what is the least one? 1. 7. So 7 minus 1, 6. Be careful. That's why I said it is very difficult. Once you made mistakes in the difference to find the penalty. Penalty means what? Difference between the two least consecutive cost. So 7 and 1 is consecutive 1. If you take 7 and 9, it is not consecutive 1 because 1 is there. So 7 minus 1 is 6. So now you have to see the penalty. 1356, here 113. Out of this penalty, which one is the maximum penalty? 6 is the maximum one. Then you have to see the 6, the last column. In the last column, after seeing the maximum penalty, you please see the last 6 comes under which one? Fourth column. In fourth column, which one is the least cost? In fourth column, which one is least cost? You have to see that this is only the maximum difference. Under the maximum difference comes in the fourth column. In fourth column, which one is least one? 1. As usual method, corresponding rows, corresponding columns. So what is the least one? This is the least cost, circle it. Find the penalty, that is difference. After finding the penalty for both column wise and row wise, you see which one is the maximum penalty. 6 is the maximum penalty, and check whether the maximum penalties comes under which column. First column, second column, third column, or fourth column, or first row, second row, third row. It is depends upon the question. Here the maximum penalties comes under the fourth column. If it is fourth column, in fourth column which one is least cost? 1 is the least cost. As usual, like what we did in the previous method, corresponding row under demand and supply. Which one is the least one under these two? 1 is the least one. So you have to write 1 over there. This 1 minus 1, 0. Don't check this penalty. This is different one. Clear? Then 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Now which one will get 0? This entire row will be eliminated. Just strike it out. Clear? The next one, this is penalty number 1. Now I am shortly write as P2. P2 means penalty number 2. This is one penalty number 2. You can do with separate diagram, but I can complete this problem with the help of the same tabular column. If you want to go for table 1, table 2, table 3 like what they did in the examples, that is your wish. But I did everything in the same one. Clear? Now this penalty gets over. So just you have to strike out with the pencil. Only penalty. Don't strike out this one. So I strike out the penalty number 1, penalty number 1. Now I have to find penalty number 2 after eliminating this row. Clear? As usual. What is the least cost of this 5 minus 2? 3. 3, 8 minus 3, 5. 15 minus 11, 4. 9, 7, 9 minus 7, 2. Clear? Your difference will get changed now after eliminating the particular row. I got a new penalty. Similarly for row wise, what is the constitutive one? 3 minus 2, 1. No changes in the penalty. That's what I told you to strike out the penalty number 1 to differentiate. P2 stands for penalty number 2. P2, the difference 2. This is not necessary because already we eliminated. Next one, what is the constitutive one? 8 minus 5, that is 3. That's all. One row is eliminated. Clear? Now you see the penalty number 2. 3, 5, 4, 2, 1, 3. What is the maximum one? 5 is the maximum one. Column. See the corresponding columns. Which one is the least one? 3 is the least one. In the second column, 3 is the least one. You have to see the maximum difference. Under the column or row, you have to select only the least cost. 3 is the least cost. Corresponding rows, column. Which one is least one? 5. So you have to write 5. 5 minus 5, 0. Here will come how much? 1. Now it will get 0. This will be getting 0. So strike out this column. Now, over. Next you have to see which one? Penalty number 3. Penalty number 3. Clear? So this is very, very important. That's what I am stating that. Once it gets over, you have to strike it out. Penalty number 3. Now, what is at least difference? 5 minus 2, 3. No difference. Doesn't matter. Don't see the previous penalties. Then there is no value. Here 15 minus 4. 15 minus 11 is 4. Here we have 9 minus 7, 2. Clear? This circle is only for understanding purpose I did. So don't confuse with this circle. I got answer. Here 7 minus 2. These two the least consider 7 minus 2, 5. No. Here 9 minus 5. What is that? 4. Clear? Because these two are eliminated. So 2 and 7 least 5. Here 9, 5. That is 4. Now see 3, 4, 2, there 5, 4. 3, 4, this 11 minus 15 minus 7 is 4, 2. So out of these two, 3, 4, 2, 5, 4, which one is the maximum penalty? 5 or 4? 5. So this 5, it comes under the first row. In first row, which one is least value? Because 5 is the maximum one. Which one is the least value in the first row? 2. Circle it. Corresponding the supply and the demand. Supply is 1, least 1. This will become 0. Then this is 6. Now which one is eliminated? The first row will be eliminated, that is 0. Clear? Now as usual, nothing is left. Clear? So only column wise. So this will be eliminated. 5. The next, what are the elements are remainder now? 15, 9. So nothing is left. Only 5, 15, 9 is left. Clear? So now see the difference. You have row wise. Again you have to eliminate P3. P3. Now you have to go for P4. This will be take little time. Please you understand properly. Now is there any elements left? No. Leave it. Here is least cost, penalty. Here we have penalty. No. So nothing is there this side. Then you have to come to this row wise. Here you will get only 4. Penalty number 4, 4. Nothing is left. Here we cannot subtract. Nothing is subtracted. Everything is eliminated. So column wise, only one element is left. Here 15, here 9. So you cannot find penalty for P4 under column wise. But you can find P4 under row wise. Because 5, 9 minus 5 is 4. After that 4, 4 is greater one. So corresponding that row, that least one is what? 5. Then you have to check 10, 6. 6 is the least one, 0. Here will come how much? 4. Clear? The next one, only 2 elements are remainder. No need to find now. Only one row. In that we have only 2 elements. Out of these two, which one is the least cost? 9 is the least cost. Then straight to 9, 1. Here it is given 4. So least one is 1. Subtract 3. What is the least number left over? 15. See the corresponding supply and demand. Both are same. I said very clearly all the 3 methods. If you go for final stage, you will get same value. See now I got 3, 3. Therefore circle is 3. Cancel 0. You can see 0, 0. Everything will get what? 0, 0. So there is no number left over. Clear? So everything get 0. Therefore your answer is correct. So this VAM method, it is given table wise. Here I did with the same table columns. Clear? So now I explain one more time. First you have to find the penalty. Penalty means difference in the least cost of the first column 1, second column 3, third column 5, fourth column 6. This is column wise. Likewise you go for row wise. Penalty number 1, 1, 1, 3. In this one 6 is the maximum penalty. Corresponding columns you have to see the which one is the least one. 1 is the least one. Corresponding rows you have to see the supply and demand. Out of these two, 1 is the least one. Write this 1 over there. Then 1 minus 1, 0. Then 2 minus 1, 1. Then this entire row gets 0 because you eliminated, because you get 0. So after eliminating this one, you please strike out the penalty difference 1 and both column wise, row wise as well as column wise. Then you have to find penalty number 2, column wise as well as row wise. When you go for row wise, I got 3, second one, 3, 5, 4, 2. In row wise, I got first row 1, second row it's not possible because it is totally eliminated, no penalty in second row. Then third row is 3. Out of these, again I am checking that which one is greater one, 5 is greater one under penalty 2. So corresponding the column 3 is the least value, check the supply and demand. 5 is the least one, write over 5, subtract 5 from 6, that is 1, this will become 0, eliminate this column and again you strike it out penalty 2, penalty 2. Then you have to find penalty 3, clear. So what is that penalty 3 in the first column 3? There is no values penalty 4, 2, in the similarly for penalty 3, nothing is there for second row because second row is already eliminated, you cannot find difference. 5, 4, out of these two, which one is the greater? 5 is the greater, corresponding the least value is 3, you take the least value, what is 2 is the least value, compare 7 and 1, 1 is the least one, subtract 1 from 7, 6, 0, eliminated, strike out P3 and find P4, you cannot find column wise any penalty, that is difference, you have chance only for row wise, first row is not possible, second row is not possible, only third row, that is 4. What is the least cost? 5. Corresponding value 6. Subtract 4. Then what are the remaining elements are? Only 2 elements will be remainder. Out of these, which one is least? 9. You have to compare the corresponding rows and columns. That is 1 least value. Subtract 4 minus 3, 1. Here 0. Then last element 15 is the remainder. Under 15 we have only 3, 3. So subtract will get answer. Now solution is, what are the numbers are circled? 2 into 1 plus 3 into 5 plus 5 into 6 plus 15 into 3 plus 9 into 1. That's all answer. So just you have to multiply and see, you will get required answer. So this is very, very important model. You will get surely 1 5-mark questions. Please see to that. Suppose sometimes you will get penalty difference will be same, that is there in the example problem. So I will teach examples problem after completing this exercise, clear. So the remaining problems are based on the northwest corner rule and what is that? Workers, VAM method. So you please try, I will teach one more problems in the same model in the next class, clear. So till then you please just go through this. The VAM is only difficult problem. So this I will teach, this model I will teach one more problem. Understand? So we will see the remaining problems in the next class, boys. Thank you.